What's happening, guys? Safety Liner C2 here. We're going to take a look at some pictures that y'all submitted, and I'll comment on them and just do whatever we do with this video series. Yeah, don't forget that if you have something you want to submit for lots of bus stuff for sale, the picture submission video like this one, or any one of my videos in general, you can throw that in the video request form found in the description of any one of my videos. The first picture we're going to take a look at was submitted by Southern Bus Transportation a little while back, who said that there is 3 buses that are going up to auction soon because the ICs have engine problems and the Thomas was put out of service due to its age. According to the notes that I was sent, the EF on the left is a 2005, which I'm a little confused about. I looked up the bus. I found it for sale because it was listed a while back. And I found the VIN on there, which says that it is a 2005, so I guess they must have just like replaced that grille, because that grille wouldn't have come out until I think 2008 if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, the CE in the middle is a 2011 and the CE on the right is a 2013. As far as the specs go, nothing out of the ordinary. I wish they would have been consistent in numbering, because we have 0522, then 10, then 16. It looks like the CEs might have had LED lights, can't exactly tell, but I do wish that we also would have been consistent in the specs in terms of the warning light covers with the 2 CEs. But like I said, nothing crazy, and that's it. Next up, we have some pictures that were submitted by Brickmaster06, who called these bloody nose buses. So you might be able to guess that this bus is from New York, because we do have this unusual color on there with red being there and a majority of it being blackout, as well as that school bus sign up at the top. I've always enjoyed these kind of weird colors, red, blue, green, purple, whatever color the contractors decide to throw on the bus for whatever reason. And New York is a very central location for these buses. We also have this CE, again with the red grille, but I love the fog lights on there. I think that looks super sharp. Also notice that we have dual stop signs on there. It appears that we have LED lights throughout the entirety of the bus, and it looks pretty good. And we just got to focus on something a little bit different here. We've got a Type A, again with this bloody nose grille. It's a Corbe GMC. We have one singular red rub rail, and otherwise just standard New York spec on there. So those were pretty interesting. There were some other pictures submitted in there, but we'll have to take a look at those another time. Next up, we have a picture that was submitted by Trenton Farmer. This picture is from Cincinnati NKY Buses Flickr, and this is a Bluebird Freightliner from Ohio. So there's just 2 things I want to point out on this bus. The first one being the jackknife door on there. That looks great. I've always loved Bluebird's jackknife door of this generation. And then the second thing is the number above the door. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't mind it, but it's there. Otherwise, just pretty typical Ohio spec, yellow roof, ID number on the front, and nothing much to say. Now we're taking a look at a picture that was submitted by BusFan19. It is a 2008 EF. Again, not too much to say here. Think it looks fine, white roof, no crossing arm, it looks to be all incandescent, and just a Indiana bus. Now we have a picture that was submitted by Bus93, originally taken by Jared Grody on Flickr, and we are taking a look at this beautifully spec'd Wayne 3800 from Baltimore. Tinted windows, black window posts, one of my favorite specs, and it's not very often that you see it on, buses of this age. But this bus is extremely clean. It looks like it was very well taken care of, and it, doesn't look too bad. Another thing is that we have the warning light covers on there, which for Wayne's is not like, uncommon, but it's also not something that you just see every day on Wayne's. So that's just another thing to note. And just one quick side thing. Apparently this picture was taken in October of 2005, and I was living right around Baltimore at this time. I am jealous that I don't remember seeing anything like this. I'm sure that I very well could have, and maybe even seen this bus before, but man, I wish our buses looked like that. Next up, we have a picture that was submitted by Adam, and we are taking a look at a 2004 CE. No real surprise here, pretty typical New York spec. I do like seeing that we have a white roof on there and that it is not a complete blackout spec. I still wish that we had more black on here, but it could be worse. I still don't know how I feel about the shadowing with the text on there. I've always kind of had mixed feelings about it. I do wish that we had warning light covers on here. I think that that would have made this bus look a little bit better, but I love seeing the typical New York school bus sign on there. Another thing I'm glad to see is that chrome grille on there. That really just makes the bus pop a little bit, and I'm glad to see that on there. And last but not least, something that you don't see too often on buses is the white rims on there. It kind of ties all the white together, so the white from the shadowing, the white from the roof, so you kind of get different layers, a top, middle, and bottom white, I guess. I don't know, but I've seen worse spec New York buses, and this one isn't bad. Now we have some pictures submitted by WLB05 where we are taking a look at this lot picture where we can see that we are in Oregon based off of the back sign on there. Notice how on bus 142 we don't have the black unlawful to pass when red lights flash sign. We have the driver alert system on the back there, and I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I think I'm finally getting the hang of it. But yeah, love to see all LED on all of these buses, and we can see on the CE over on the far right, it appears that we have reflective tape on some of these buses as well. Now we're taking a look at a picture of this, what appears to be brand new CE. Looks like it's never driven around before. It looks very sharp. I wish it had the white roof, but I'm glad to see that this is not blackout spec. Oregon doesn't do that. But we do have a longer route changer. I'm kind of hit or miss on route changers, and seeing these longer ones always kind of, I'm still not sure how I feel about those, so, ask me some other time. We have LED warning lights, that's great to see, as well as the number on the hood. That's kind of an interesting spec. But like I said, this bus appears to be brand new, and if it's not, whoever is the driver certainly takes care of it pretty well. And the last picture from this group we will take a look at is this Ari in the garage. We do have a white roof on here, so that's a good sign. We do have the 7-inch turn signals up front. Don't really care for those. It almost looks like we're in California when we have those. Obviously, this is an Anari, so we can't put the number on the hood, but we do have the number up front, which looks fine. And yet again, this bus looks to be in excellent condition. Not sure of, how new this is, but again, if it is not new, then they're doing a really good job maintaining these buses. We'll take a look at a couple more pictures before we wrap this up, including Ben's picture that he submitted, which has this propane Bluebird vision. Love the LEDs on there. It appears that the warning lights are incandescent though, so I don't really care for mixing and matching. We do have the dual stop signs on there, and it looks to be the same thing on that T3RE in the background. Also note on the T3 we do have understorage, and we have understorage on the bus right next to that, so I'm assuming that that's also a T3, and in front of that I'm gonna guess that that's a Vision based off of the lack of understorage. But yeah, these are nicely spec'd buses. Next up was this picture submitted by Mando, where we are taking a look at a Florida Thomas 3800. Pretty typical Florida bus here, lack of warning light covers, the extra turn signals, the crossing gate up front, and it does appear to be pretty faded, which is unfortunate. This bus apparently has a T444E in it. I of course prefer DTs, but that's just a personal preference. And last but not least, we are going to take a look at a picture that was submitted by John. This is a 2019 Bluebird Vision that has already started to rust, which is very unfortunate. No shocker here, we've got another New York bus. Do like the understorage on there. It's, again, too yellow for me. I wish that it wasn't blackout, but man, the rust already on a 2019? Apparently this picture was taken in July of 2022. So I'm curious how the previous winter months treated this bus, because I can't imagine that it's gotten any better. It's unfortunate to see already. You kind of expect rust with, dealing with snow and salt, and, when you kind of live towards the coast, that's to be expected. But on something, still relatively new, is just, yeah. I do like seeing the LEDs on there. Also note that we have the route changer, and not much else to say other than I'm surprised that it's already started to rust. And there you have it. Those are the pictures I wanted to show off. I still have plenty more that I am going to be showing off in future videos, but if you would like to submit some, you can do it in the video request form, where you can also submit stuff for lots of lots, bus stuff for sale, or any one of my videos. I make sure to take a look at each and everything that is submitted. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I always do appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. Right down here, it's a magical white button that says you are now subscribed to Safety Liner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, over here, or over here. I don't know where they put it down here, where they put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up, or your bus is going to get as rusty as that Vision. And make sure you also share this video with a friend. Show it to your mom, show it to your dad, show it to a guy on a random street. I don't care, don't let anything happen to you. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this video, and thanks for watching.